Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. Now today's video here is about this quote-unquote secret force that apparently moves the market these days. And of course I have put some pictures of this force on the thumbnail and here on my slideshow. So I'm pretty convinced that you have already guessed what we're talking about here. Of course we're talking about the stimulus packages, the stimulus checks coming out from the government in the United States and all the rumors about it. And I have mentioned it several times in my videos before, but I'll mention it again here. It is as if the media and the entire financial market can only have one focus at the time. Meaning that some month ago it was the virus, and every time some news came out about the virus, the market jumped up and down, and then it was a vaccine and the market jumped up and down, and then it was Trump getting ill and the market jumped up and down. But when such a news event takes over the headlines in the media, then nothing else can really affect the market. So what we can see right now is that no matter what the numbers are about the virus or whatever other number comes out about unemployment or anything, it doesn't matter, because what moves the market, and we are talking about short-term movements here, is news about the stimulus checks. And if you're not living in the United States, you might think, well, what is all this about? But it is quite important, because right now the economy is not in the best of places. There is still huge unemployment. There are a lot of new poor people not able to pay the rent and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of problems coming. And the only the only thing that can really push the economy right now, or some personal spending out in the retail stores, is if people get some money in their hand. And it is kind of funny that this is actually what Bernie Sanders was talking about when he wanted to be president, because he was talking about this universal salary for people, that they should just be handed money from the government, and all of the other politicians was against it. But it is pretty much what we are doing, or what the United States are doing right now, printing money and handing it over to the public so they can keep spending in this world, in this system, in the structure of the market, where the only thing that counts is growth. So the second people stop spending money, then everything really shuts down. And what we can see in the news right now is that this one says, Trump on stimulus, we're ready to go. And well, it kind of sounds like they're already signing some sort of deal. But the thing here is that there are a lot of politics involved, and it is not as easy as just printing money and giving it out to the public, because the Republicans and the Democrats, they both have political agendas. And this is not a video about this politics, because this is pretty much just about the market. But of course we all know that there is a presidential election in 3 weeks. And the Democrats, they don't want to hand too large a victory to Donald Trump. So they don't want just to sign a stimulus package that fulfills all of Donald Trump's needs, because that is pretty much just handing him a lot of free votes on November 3rd. On the other hand, of course, Trump does not want to stand out as the one that gives the Democrats everything and pretty much gives you United States socialism, as he calls it. So they're really fighting here. What Donald Trump wants is a big one-time check. There are also some other details, but he wants a check sent out before the election to all the needing Americans, saying that this is a check from Donald Trump here, this is my doing that you get this money. And then he hopes that that will convince some people that they should vote for him. On the other hand, the Democrats say that it is okay with a check, but we also want a lot of billions of dollars for other stuff. For instance, testing programs, contact tracing programs. They want to give some additional funding to the states so they can actually pay out salaries to the teachers, to the firefighters, to the policemen. So there's a lot of that going on as well, where the Democrats want and not a lot of other stuff put into this package. And when reading the headlines just from yesterday, it felt like going in some sort of circle of confusion here, because Trump says we are ready to go. Second stimulus check update. Top Trump aide says talks are continuing. President may add even more spending. And Donald Trump also said that in an interview, I think it was Friday, that he actually wanted to spend a lot more money than the Democrats. And then about 30 seconds later, all of the White House was out saying, no, he actually not meant a lot, and he was only going up to the 2 trillion mark, where the Democrats wanted some more, and so there was a lot of spin going on as well. And we could see that Pelosi calls the latest Trump stimulus proposal grossly inadequate as Trump revised push. We have this stimulus package negotiations on the knife's edge. The status now. So as you can see, pretty much every hour we get some news coming out. And what you need to be aware of here is that when you are investing in the market, you need to decide for yourself, of course, what kind of time frame you are investing in. Because if you are a long-term investor, dividend investor, something like that, you should not really care about these news updates and stimulus packages and so on, because if you want to be in the market for the next 10, 20 or 30 years, this is just noise. What I do recommend is that if you have a shorter time frame, if you're a short-term swing trader, then you should be very careful putting money into this market right now, or at least you should be able to monitor your investments very, very often during the day, because just a tweet from Trump or some sort of news release from Nancy Pelosi or something like that can really push it all in one direction or another. So right now, as far as I can tell, the mood is in the market that we will probably get some sort of stimulus package pretty soon, or at least an agreement about it. Because the thing is that the last time they agreed on this stimulus package, it took a long time before all checks were out, before all of the lending packages was approved, and there's still some of the money that has not really reached the needing U.S. citizens yet. So from when they sign a deal, there can easily go a month or a month and a half before the effect starts to be felt out in the economy. But just the rumors of it is enough. So when Pelosi or Trump says, yeah, we are close to a deal, the market jumps up and down. Just as we saw, is that a year ago, where with the trade war with China, just a little tweet from Trump saying that we are in a good mood after talking to China, and everything jumped. So I will be watching the market. Of course, I'll be monitoring it. My long-term positions will not be affected by this at all, and they'll not be affected by the election, as many of you ask me if I am adjusting my positions as to who I think win the election, and no, I don't. But I don't take any short-term swing trades just up into the election, and I'm also very careful about the very short-term trades here when we have this stimulus package war going on, and the mood is shifting 10 times a day. So what is in the focus right now in the media and in the market is a stimulus package. In a week from now, it can be something completely different. Maybe Trump gets a relapse on his illness, or something new happens, or Biden messes up somehow, and all of a sudden the focus shifts there. So in these times up to the election and up until a new president might enter the scene in the beginning of the new year, then you should be careful, and people setting their stop losses very close to their purchasing price of the stocks might be negatively surprised by these jumps, because you can easily be sent out of your position in a second just because of some random news coming up. So that secret force moving the market right now is the stimulus package, and you should pay attention to it if you are a short-term trader. That's all for now. I will make some more videos both about mining stocks, hydrogen stocks, some renewable energy stocks and so on. Also some energy oil stocks I think I'll have on my program this week. So there will be plenty to hear from my desk to listen to here in during the week. So that's all for now. Thank you for your time. Take care of yourself and your money out there. Remember to subscribe, like and all that jazz beneath the video. Talk to you soon. Bye.